Welcome back to the Hoedown Shhowdown. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we are back at it. Nope, wrong intro. Got it. All right. Welcome back to the Hoedown Shhowdown. That was 40 Acres Down by our next featured guest, Michael B. Whit. How's it going today, man?
Hey man, I'm having a good time, man. Thanks for having me on, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When I was talking to your manager about he brought you to my attention, had to have you on because Southern Illinois, St. Louis ain't that far away, so had to make that connect.
Yeah, you know it. You know it. You know
Yeah,
it. We ain't too far.
yeah, for sure. But excited to have you on. Excited to chat a little bit. So you're born and raised St. Louis, or
Yep, just outside of St. Louis, Missouri, a little small town called Cahokia, Illinois.
okay?
If you know anything, or if you, I don't know if they taught it in anywhere outside of the Midwest, but we're known for like the Cahokia Mounts. But that's all we're really so much known for around where we're from. But yeah, little nowhere town in the heartland. So
Nice. It's Southern
yeah,
Illinois has got its own little charm. It's a nice little area. It's got its own little thing going on, and I'm just saying the region in general. Um,
mm,
just I if I could, I'd stay there all the time, but just the economy isn't there for me. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
No,
so
not where we are. Yeah.
no, not at all. So growing up in Cahokia, what was it like growing up there for you?
Oh man, it's just like its own little melting pot, man. Quiet town for the most part. Um, you have your areas where I mean it's mostly rural, just like any small town. And basically what we're able to see is just up the road, we're able to see the arch, man. We were about 5-10 minutes away from the arch. So if ever we needed a little taste of the city life, man, we could just take that trip down there and visit St. Louis. Whenever we wanted to slow it back down, we just come back across the water, man. That's how
Yeah,
it's always been, man.
yeah,
Everybody knows everybody where I'm from. We got one main drag. I wrote a song about it called Camp Jackson, where we pretty much bump into everybody that we've ever known growing up, and it's still that way today. It's just our little small town, man. Just like any small town.
yeah. It's a nice way to kind of have a place to escape from everything. Just kind of all
Yeah,
the craziness. It's like I can go back to my little small town and it's still the
exactly.
candy store on the corner. It's still the ice cream, like whatever it is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel
Yep.
that.
Yep. Yep.
And so
Yep.
how does music kind
Yep.
of work its way in?
Oh man, I was kind of born into music, man, and so I can't say that music worked this way. I was just kind of I was raised up in it, man. And being a church kid, I was always surrounded by music. My dad had a traveling ministry with his sister, and I was kind of like a roadie earlier on in life. So he kind of taught me how to play pretty much all of the instruments that I play now. Like he started me with the drums as a little kid. And it's the same story, man. We start off playing the drums and then we navigate to what the bass guitar, and then all of a sudden we're picking on the box guitar. So it's just always been with me. Um, so I started to take it very seriously around right around about 13 years old, where I signed a major contract. And that, so a guy came in, one of the big city guys from
Yeah.
St. Louis came in and saw little me in this country town, writing songs and producing songs for myself. And he saw the gift and he wanted to take me on. And that started the musical journey for me on the professional side. So,
For sure, for sure.
yeah.
Now, are you going down are you going down to Nashville or are you just staying in St. Louis in that area?
For the most part, man, I'm kind of commuting back and forth. I don't have a place in Nashville. I'm here in Illinois, but we're just a hop, skip, and a jump to Nashville. We're
Mhm.
4.5 hours. So whenever I need to get there, I can scurry on down there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
take care of my business, man. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that bad of a drive. It's actually a really good drive. I've made that drive several times before. It's a really cool drive. So,
Yeah.
uh, cool.
It's a way to clear your mind, man. You can write a song on the way down. Yep. So
For sure, for sure.
yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah. So where are you at kind of right now as far as musically? What are you working on? What's kind of keeping you awake at night, creatively speaking?
Hey man, I'm in the process, the lifeblood of what I'm doing right now. I'm in the process of working on my debut EP.
Hmm.
It's been a long time in the making. Uh, Made a few false starts, just trying to make sure I can get it out. But I've always been consumed with either shows or other material that I have to complete in order to clear my slate off. But I just haven't been able to clear it off fast enough to completely finish my EP. But it is on the way. I hope to release it sometime really, really soon. So that's that EP. I hope to put at least it'll be about album length long,
Hmm.
so maybe about 14 songs on there, just real personal songs. I want to hurry up and get that one out of the way. The name of the EP is called Before September, and it's really a personal dedication. Um, it's a group of personal songs that I wrote in honor of the inspiration of my sister, and that's what's been keeping me going, man. So I'm still constantly working on that. Before I jumped on the interview, I was looking at my files, trying to make sure I had everything in line to work on a couple more songs for that. And
Nice.
after tonight, we're going to continue to do it. So I know it's Labor Day, but I'm still working on.
I mean, as all creatives probably are. Like today is not a free holiday. It is for most of us. It's just a day where we could focus in on our craft and not have to worry about any 9 to 5 job for the most part.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
uh, you'd mentioned that there was kind of a delay on your EP. Was that more COVID related? Was that more personal related? I mean, obviously life happens, but what was kind of the initial holdup there?
Yeah, initially it started with COVID. Obviously, as the world shut down, the way that we worked needed to be kind of reinvented or kind of learned on the fly. So it took some time to kind of recover from that. So that put an initial pause on it. And with me being an artist and producer and writer, I also had projects that were lined up that I needed to complete. That also kind of got delayed in the time in which we were all down for COVID. So
Mm,
once it started back up, it kind of I had to kind of go down the line and start knocking out those projects before I could actually get back to doing my thing. So kind of put a halt on me there, kind of put a damper on everything, but I'm up and rocking and rolling and firing all on all cylinders right now. So
fair, very fair. You know, it's COVID has a way of screwing things up, and then when you're involved in multiple projects, and it's like, okay, now they're all going to come together, and it's like, oh crap, what do I do now? So I
yeah,
completely
yeah,
understand where
yeah,
you're coming from.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
kind of looking forward as you're approaching the finishing line on this EP. What's your schedule looking like for the rest of the year? Are you playing shows consistently, or what are you looking like for the rest of the year?
Yeah, we have a nice little fall run set up, especially obviously we're heading down to Texas. We'll be heading down into Texas on the 22nd and then going back in October. I got a reservation set up in Westport, Missouri. So got a lot of shows lined up. In between then, I'll still be recording and writing, trying to finish out my material. So um,
Nice.
exciting time. So fall season performances they start to pick up. So
Nice.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I won't complain about that.
That's sick. I 100% agree. You know, it's always good to be working.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed.
So we're gonna wrap up this interview with one last song by you called "Talking" or "Taking the Dog." What's the story behind this song?
Taking the dog, man. It's just a humorous little record that we came up with, me and my buddy, Asher. Actually, I came up with a song. I was writing something, and I told him to take a listen to it. I just wanted to come up with a funny little breakup song. Basically just getting back at your ex or whatever it would be, whatever you have it, and just saying, you take everything from me. You take all of the things that I cherish, my fishing rods, and you scratch my truck up and everything. I'm gonna take the thing that's most important to you, which is your dog. So um he heard it, he loved it, and he decided to jump on it. Shout out to the guys out in Wartrace, Tennessee. Uh, they all loved it, and Asher jumped on it, and we created the record right then
Nice.
and there, and we released it. And it's Taking the Dog is one of the fastest climbing records that I have. So
Nice. That's awesome. It's a really cool song. I enjoy listening to it. It's got added to my jam. I call it my jam list, like just music that I'm listening to while driving. So really enjoy that song. Uh
yeah,
and that if people
yeah,
want to
man.
check out everything that you got going on, all your music, any upcoming shows, all that stuff, where's the best place to find you?
They want to make sure that they're following me on all of my socials, mainly Instagram. We're posting a lot there, trying to build that up. You can find me on Facebook, pretty big on TikTok, and also they can subscribe to my website as well. We'll be releasing information on there also.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Michael,
Oh,
really appreciate.
my Instagram is at Michael B. Whit. Pretty much Michael B. Whit across the board. My Facebook is Michael B. Whit, and online, if you want to go to my website, it's www.michaelbwhitt.com.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Michael, really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat with us. It's been an absolute blast. Maybe next time my internet won't be so janky, but it's just one of those things
No
you kind of got to
problem.
deal
We
with.
work through it. We
But
work through it, baby. We work
yeah,
through it. That's what we do.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat. We'll leave you all here with one last song by Michael B. Whit called "Taking the Dog."